During the past 2 years, a lot of us have missed playing music with other people. So whether you are looking to start playing in a band or you are looking to keep your position in a band, here are 10 things that every band wants from a drummer. The first thing that a band wants is for you to be prepared, and I'm talking about seriously prepared. So let me talk you through my 4-point preparation process. Number 1, map out the song. So get a structure of exactly what is happening in the song. How many measures is the verse, chorus, and what is the tempo of the song overall? Then I want you to air drum each section of the song. The reason I want you to do this is so that you can hear exactly what the drummer in the recording is doing. As opposed to drumming over the song, then you'll only hear your drums. This allows you to know exactly what's going on. Then I want you to actually get behind the kit and loop each section of the song. This will ensure that you're getting the verse, chorus, bridge, all ingrained into you and you know exactly what is going on and how to play it. Then finally, repetition is your best friend. I want you to repeat the crap out of these songs so that ultimately you know how to play the whole song with just a metronome. This will ensure that you are incredibly prepared and every band will want you to play with them. Second thing that every band wants from a drummer is for you to be good. So what does it mean to look good in a band's eyes? Well, it's not always playing the absolute coolest thing you can think of. It's 2 words, playing accurately and precisely. In a band setting, you never want to be a distraction. And unfortunately, mistakes are distractions. So the more complex the part, the more opportunities to be a distraction. So here's what I want you to do. Each section of the song, I want you to try to create 3 different drum parts from basic to complex. This will allow you to have many different options to see what fits best with the song. And when in doubt, have the band help you out. So let me show you a quick example of what this could look like. So which one of those options was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below, and then we can all be collaborating together. The third thing that every band wants from a drummer is for you to be on time when it comes to your rehearsals and actual gigs. But they also want you to be on time when it comes to actually playing with a metronome so that the whole band is, on time. So now let me give you a little bit of an advanced timing exercise to help you actually improve this. Generally, we are moving around our subdivisions and are playing within the click. But on this exercise, we're using something called displacement to give the illusion that we're actually moving the metronome, not just what we're doing. This is something that Benny Greb and Matt Garska are masters of. So basically what we're gonna do is start off with just a simple 8th note beat on the hi-hat. Then in the next measure, we are going to shift everything over just a 16th note. This is gonna give the illusion that the click is actually on the E of every beat, but really, you are. It's making you feel like the 1 is in a different spot. So let me show you what this sounds like real quick. Now, it's one thing to understand how your drum parts can impact the band as a whole, and it's one layer deeper to understand how your drum parts can complement each instrument of the band. I created a full course on this called How to Play Perfectly with a Band that includes a ton of tips, tricks, and secrets that helped me pass some intense auditions and eventually helped me land the gig with I Prevail. This is just one of many courses on my online drum school, DBO Academy, where you can up-level your drumming without the confusion. Click right up here to join the waitlist and I will send you a free lesson. But now, let's see what else bands need from us. Every band wants a drummer who can problem solve. Trust me, when you are playing in a band, problems are gonna come up. So whether you are talking about specific parts or transitions, you want to be someone that people can rely on to add some insights and to solve some problems. For example, the other day at rehearsal, Brian was hearing way too much drums in his mix. I suggested, why don't you sing in the next room and close the door? That way my cymbals won't be bleeding into your microphone. Guess what? It worked, and I'm a genius. The fifth thing that every band wants from a drummer is for you to have energy when you are playing on stage. Think about drummers like Travis Barker, Josh Dunn, and Matt McGuire. They're very popular not only because they're great drummers, but because they're super fun to watch. Plus, channeling this energy can be a great outlet for nerves, so you're not just freaking out the whole time. But if you're thinking, Gabe, how the heck can I add more energy on stage? Well, let's enter my quick tip corner. Welcome to my quick tip corner. All right, so I will teach you my favorite stick trick in 3 steps. Step number 1, put the finger between your pointer finger and your middle finger. Step number 2 is have the stick do a front flip, so the tip goes down and comes back up. Step number 3 is to keep your fingers going and to keep that wrist moving so that you can keep the momentum going, and boom, you will be able to add more energy to your live performance. The next thing that a band wants from a drummer is someone who can lead and has awareness over the full band. You don't want to only be focusing on your parts. You want to analyze how the whole band sounds together. Is there a certain rhythm that the bass player is playing that doesn't match your kick drum? Or is the guitar player playing something that just doesn't sound right? It's really important to be able to take these moments and break it down and say, hey, let me just hear what the guitar player is doing, or let's me and the bass player play together. That way you can get to the root of the problem while still being friendly and overall moving towards the end goal of the whole band sounding as good as it possibly can. The 7th thing that bands want is for you to be kind, humble, and an overall good hang. I've never given actual practical advice on how to be a better person, but let's try it. With your bandmates, try to take more of an interest in them rather than yourself. Make sure to ask them questions about their lives and how they're doing, and trust me, that will form a better bond between you. If you're noticing something that they're doing that's awesome, always encourage them, always voice that positivity to them. And finally, be willing to be the hardest worker in the room, but without recognition. Don't hold that against other people. Just do it because you think that's the right thing to do. Trust me, if you continue to do these things with your bandmates, you will be seen as someone who brings people together, and that will spread out into the rest of your life too, which is just great. All right, now let me share with you some secrets that are going to make you incredibly valuable to the band. They might not know that they want this, but once you bring this to the table, it will make you irreplaceable. So you're gonna wanna memorize the tempo for each and every song in the set list and have it ready to go on a metronome. Now I use a metronome called Frozen Ape Tempo, super weird name, but it allows me to create a set list with the tempo for each and every song so that I can just click the song and have the metronome ready to go, because there's nothing worse than having awkward transitions throughout a set, or even worse, you not knowing the tempos and having your nerves add 20 BPM to every single song. One of the best things that you can do as a drummer for a band is lead them through each section of the song through dynamic and fill changes. So for example, if you are going from a verse to a chorus or a slow part to a fast part, generally throwing in a 16th note fill or a 16th note triplet fill can give the band and the audience the subtle cue that we are about to play something a little bit more up-tempo. Let me show you a quick example. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you are going from a faster part to a slower part, maybe a chorus to a verse, you want to give the subtle cue that we are going to pump the brakes a little bit. So an 8th note fill or an 8th note triplet fill can again lead the whole band into knowing exactly what the next section of the song is. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now let me give you one very important tip on auditions. If you are coming in to audition for a band, they don't want to hear your interpretation of the song. They want to know that you can play the song as it is, almost note for note. In the setting, you could give yourself about 2 to 5% of space to add your own improvements, but that's about it. Really try to stick note for note to the songs, and then once you get the gig, the band might be a little bit more open to hearing some of your other ideas for improvements to the song overall. So what are your goals when it comes to playing with a band? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you want to up-level your drumming without the confusion, my online drum school, DBO Academy, will help you out big time. You can join the waitlist right up here, totally for free, and I'll send you a free lesson. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Thank you again for watching this video. Stay true, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.